Morning. It's Monday, 5 a.m., starting the day early. So I have my cup of coffee. I'm about to go sit on the couch, have my quiet time for a little bit, and then I will take you with me throughout my day. So let's get started. All right, friends, it's time to get into this week's workout. So this week we're going to be doing something a little differently. We're not going to be weightlifting. We're going to be doing a body weight HIIT workout. And so this is going to consist of 4 different circuits. We're going to be doing 3 exercises per circuit, and you're going to be working for 30 seconds and taking a 10-second break in between exercises. And you'll do this for 3 rounds. This should take you about 30 minutes to do. It's a great quick workout. You can scale it back and do 2 rounds if you prefer. But before we get into this week's workout, be sure to stretch. So for our first circuit, we're going to be doing in and out squat jumps. This will be followed by mountain climbers. And then after our mountain climbers, we will be doing some jumping jacks, very basic for the first round. Next, you'll move into your second circuit, and that's going to be side to side shuffles for 30 seconds and then a 10-second break. Then you will move on to the next exercise in the circuit. That is straight leg sit-ups, 30 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, and then high knees, same thing. Then you'll move into circuit 3. This is going to be inchworms to Spider-Man plank, 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds rest. Then you will move into the next exercise, which is prison squats, followed by a broad jump fast feet. And then after this circuit, you'll take a minute rest and then move into circuit 4. This is going to be Russian twists, followed by some push-ups. I need to work on my form of push-ups and alternating lunges. Good morning, sweet boy. Hi, buddy. Good morning, love bug. Bless you. Bless you, sweet boy. You say good morning. Hello. You're such a big boy now. You gonna let me change your diaper while you feed yourself? You can do it. Come on. Come on. Yay! Good job. Hey friends, and welcome to another episode of Fit Mom Files. So this week I am taking you through my daily routine, and I'm actually filming at night after Bennett has gone down. We're going through some teething woes, and to be honest, like nap time has been rough lately. I really didn't have any time to film during any naps today because Bennett woke up early from all of his naps because he's in pain, and it's just been this really sad, uncomfortable process for both of us. But anyways, I wanted to not only share my daily routine, kind of what we're doing, how I am, staying productive, getting in shape, all that stuff while being a new mom, but also give you tips on how to stay sane while being a stay-at-home mom. Bennett is actually 6 months old as of yesterday, so that is crazy, and I feel like we're still constantly going through change and adjustment. That's like the theme of motherhood, is being on your toes and ready for any and all kinds of change. Once I have something figured out, a new thing shows its face and is introduced, and I have to adapt and change and learn how to deal with that too. So, you guys know I struggled with nap time in the beginning. Now Bennett is a pro napper unless he's teething, and then teething comes into play. So it's just been this up and down roller coaster, but it's been the best. Being a mom is amazing. I love my son. He is so funny. His little personality is coming out, and he's just absolutely the light of my life. Every day really is an adventure being a stay-at-home mom. A lot of people automatically assume like you don't do anything all day besides keep your human alive, but that in itself is a full-time job. Like between feedings and diaper changes and nap times and play times and trying to teach them all of these things and helping their growth and development along, like it is a full-time job. And then also I work from home. I have my own small business. So juggling that as well as trying to grow on every social media platform out there for my business, it is literally just nonstop. I always knew being a mom was a full-time job, but I really never understood how much went into it until I became a mom. I feel like not only have I had to learn to adapt to all the new things that happen with my little boy, but also learning to, continue some of the things that I did before having a baby. It's so easy to feel swallowed up by motherhood, and I don't mean that in a negative way. However, I can see how you can lose your identity in motherhood, meaning you can, stop doing the things that you used to love to do. You can stop having a social life. You can stop exercising. You can stop so many different things that you did before that made you you because you're consumed in taking care of this other human. So I'm going to give you some tips today on how to help you stay sane while staying at home and being a mom, as well as how to keep yourself healthy, because that is so important. You need to take your health seriously in order to be the best parent for your child. So no more rambling. Let's get into this video. My very first tip is to have a schedule even when your baby is super duper little. So I'm not saying immediately come home from the hospital and get your baby on a schedule. You need to enjoy those newborn cuddles. You need to just spend time winding down from all the excitement that you had delivering your baby in the hospital and just soak in all that sweetness, because that is literally time that you're never going to get back, and it is some of the sweetest time. I love my son at 6 months old more than I ever knew I could love him. My heart grows for him every single day, but I do miss his little snuggly self when I first brought him home fresh from the hospital. Once they get busy, they don't really want to cuddle. So at least my kid doesn't. So I miss that. So as soon as you bring that baby home, enjoy that time. Don't worry about getting them on a schedule. Feed them, as often as you can, as often as your physician tells you to feed them, and follow your physician's instructions. But otherwise, just enjoy your time with that baby. But once you've gotten settled in, I think it was about a month in, I decided, okay, it's time to get him on a schedule. By 4 weeks old, so by a month old, I started implementing a schedule into Bennett's life. And you're probably thinking, well, they're a month old, there's really not a whole lot that they can do. But I will attribute our success now that we have in Bennett's daily routine to me starting so early with him. I am a very task-oriented person. I am a very organized person. I'm OCD. I literally color code my planner. I've always done that. My husband has always teased me for being a nerd. And so structure is my safe haven. I love structure. And so getting Bennett on a schedule was one of those things that I knew I needed to do. I knew it was going to be tough because he's so fresh and new, and babies just do their own thing in the beginning. But I will say getting him on some sort of schedule at such a young age helped us develop into this really great routine that we have now. So every day or every evening before I go to bed, I plan out my day. And yes, things change. Your baby sometimes will take a nap really awesome, a 2-hour nap in the morning, and then their afternoon nap sucks and they don't sleep the whole way. But you can kind of plan your day, what you need to get done, and kind of plan around their schedule and implement things as you go. And if something changes, move your day around. So this is kind of a tentative schedule, a tentative plan that you have. It's a skeleton, a rough draft, if you will, and you plan out every day. That way you can see the tasks that you have laid out before your day and accomplish them in a timely manner, as well as just kind of keeping yourself organized. Like I said, I'm super organized, but I also suffer from mom brain. I never thought that that was a legitimate problem until I got pregnant and I had pregnancy brain, and then it's just developed into mom brain, which is really bad. Like if I don't write something down, it doesn't get done. So that's why I love my planner. Like I said, I color code it. I put all of Bennett's stuff in blue, all of my personal stuff in orange. Then I have client work. I color code that pink, and then, so on and so forth. So I have daily tasks that I write on the side, like making the bed, cleaning the coffee pot and setting it up for the next day, unloading the dishwasher, laundry, all of that stuff. Those are like my daily tasks that I try to accomplish. And then I have my top 3 priorities that I need to get done during the day. While I have my schedule planned out, I'm able to see what I have before me and plan my day accordingly and accomplish those tasks, around Bennett's schedule. So currently Bennett's schedule is 7 a.m. wake up time and feed. So I get him up, change his diaper, feed him. I usually get up myself at 5 a.m. and pump a bottle, and I feed him a bottle for his first feeding, and then we do breastfeeding the rest of the day, and then we play until 8 or 8:30. Usually his first wake window is his shortest wake window. So 7 a.m. wake up time, feed, play, back down in bed by 8 or 8:15. Every baby is different, so what I'm sharing with you is what works for Bennett, but it took a lot of trial and error to figure out, his wake windows, how long each nap should be, how much nap time he should have. So take this with a grain of salt and don't feel like you're doing anything wrong if your baby's not on the exact same schedule as Bennett. I remember reading multiple parenting books, multiple baby books, Baby Wise, Moms on Call, all that stuff is great. But I'll be honest, since I'm an OCD type personality and type A, it kind of drove me crazy when he wasn't falling into the pattern that they claimed was supposed to happen, and it drove me crazy. So I put that stuff aside and kind of adjusted a schedule that suits him and me really well, and it's working for both of us. So like I was saying, 7 a.m. wake up time, feed, nap time by 8. He gets up again at 10, so he has a 2-hour nap in the morning. And during that 2 hours is my most productive part of my day. I work out usually then. If I didn't get a chance to do it that morning, I will get myself ready for the day. I'll answer emails and plan any early morning client calls during that time. So that 2 hours is super productive, and we're going to talk about how to make the most out of nap time here in a little bit. But once he gets up at 10, we eat, he plays, and I will be honest, I was doing stage 1 foods. We did have a little bit of a scare and had to be hospitalized, but he's okay. I'm okay. Everything's okay. So I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've been a little traumatized from that experience with introducing foods, but we're going to start again because I went to his doctor and they gave me some pro tips and how to kind of avoid coming back to the hospital. So during his early morning feeding after his first nap, I usually do some breast milk and a little bit of stage 1 baby food. Like I said, we're introducing things very slowly. Right now we're doing green beans, and I'm doing that for 7 solid days before introducing anything else. Then after he's been awake for about an hour and 30 minutes at 11:30, he will go back down for a nap, and he will nap for an hour and 30 minutes. So at this point, he's at 3 hours and 30 minutes of nap time. He'll get up at 1, we'll play, we'll have a good time, and he stays awake for 2 hours and then goes back down for a nap at 3, sleeps for an hour, wakes up at 4, eats, plays, and is awake until his bedtime routine starts at 6:30. We'll do bath, reading, feeding, bed. He's in bed by 7. He will sleep, typically, if he's not teething, he will sleep from 7 p.m. until 7 a.m. the next day, and it is amazing. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not trying to brag, but it took a lot of work to get him here. Months and months of trial and error process, figuring out his naps, all that stuff. All that to be said, that's his daily schedule, and it definitely changes. There are times where his naps aren't as great, or sometimes he'll wake up in the middle of the night if he's going through a developmental leap or teething. So it's all to be determined every day, but I try to plan out our day the evening before, kind of get things figured out. It was a very long-winded way of saying tip number 1 to staying sane while staying home is plan out your day. It truly makes it better. It gives you kind of insight into what that day is going to look like. It can help you plan day trips out and about to get yourself out of the house. So I would always say number 1 tip is to plan as best as you can your day with you and your baby. The second tip I have is to carve out time for yourself. Like I was saying before, being a mom can swallow you whole, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with letting motherhood kind of consume you and diving all in and being all in. You need to be all in when you are a parent, but you can sometimes feel like you're losing yourself in motherhood. I remember when we brought Bennett home from the hospital, things were great. My husband had 2 weeks of paternity leave from his work, so I, had all the help that I needed. But my husband is a pilot for the Marine Corps, and so he has to get ample amount of sleep at night. So basically, I'm a single parent all the time. He's gone quite often. His work day is never the same. I truly don't know if he's going to be home for dinner ever. It's one of those things that his schedule constantly changes. So being a military wife has kind of helped me learn to adapt as well. But I will say you're doing a lot of this by yourself. When we first brought Bennett home from the hospital, I had all the help that I could want with my husband. My parents were here, my in-laws were here. So I had every helping hand I needed. And then once everybody left and Brad had to go back to work, I was on duty 24/7. And I do remember having a couple of nights, postpartum hormones coming in hot, and just feeling like I was nothing more than a utter and a tired mom, and I hadn't showered and I needed to shave, and it was just like this mess of emotion. And it was because I had not taken any time for myself. Like I said, being a mom, you're clocked in 24/7 all the time, every day. You never get a moment off. And if you are a single parent, or if you have a spouse that works a lot, or you're a military spouse, you especially, I can definitely relate to you because I understand feeling like you literally never get a break. I remember having such mom guilt in the beginning, feeling like I'm a bad mom because I just wanted a break. I wanted to take a shower for longer than 5 minutes. I wanted to soak in the tub. I wanted to eat a meal without having to stop and either change spit up or a poopy diaper or feed or, put out some sort of fire that comes along with motherhood. And it's okay to feel that way. I remember getting a call from one of my friends, Amanda, and she just really encouraged me that it's okay to not always want to be on as a mom. And I think a lot of times as women, we feel this pressure to, put on a happy face and say that we love being a mom 24/7 all the time. It's great, rainbows, butterflies, sunshine, and that's not the case. It's tiring. You can be exhausted. And if you don't take time to take care of yourself, your mental health and your physical health will decline. So it's really important when making your schedule to somehow plan some part of your day for yourself. For example, I get up at 5 a.m. every day. It's really hard, I'm not gonna lie, and there are days where, we've been up all night and so that just doesn't happen, and that's okay. But majority of the time when Bennett is having his awesome 12-hour night sleeps, I get up at 5 a.m., I brew a huge pot of coffee, get a nice, beautiful, gorgeous cup of coffee and have my quiet time. I read my Bible, I spend an hour in the Word, and then I go and take care of my physical needs by getting active in my garage, and then I shower and I'm ready to go. I understand that getting up that early is not always feasible. I am truly a morning person. I used to be a night owl, and then that has completely reversed as I've gotten older. But at some point during your day, make a small moment for yourself. We live in a very task-oriented society. I feel like busyness is almost rewarded and celebrated, and I feel like that's something that we need to change in our culture. But definitely stop and take a moment for yourself. If you can get up super early in the morning, that's fine. Maybe your moment of time for yourself is giving yourself an extra hour of sleep in the morning if that's possible. But at some point during your day, do something for yourself. My third tip is to take weekly trips out of the house. And this one, I'm actually kind of preaching at myself. It took me a really long time to get out of the house with Bennett, and I wish I had done it sooner. Granted, COVID has been like a huge issue for over a year now, and so going out kind of gave me some anxiety. I'm not an anxious person. I've never suffered from anxiety. I've been very blessed to not have any anxiety, but I will say, COVID started right at the beginning of my pregnancy. I found out I was pregnant January 15th, and then COVID hit in March. And so I went from being super sick and staying at home all the time my first trimester, finally feeling better, and then we went on lockdown because of a pandemic, and I never got out. So my social skills have gone down. So going out was kind of scary the first few times. One, I was experiencing some anxiety that I've never had before, very anxious going out, with Bennett amongst people in a pandemic. But whether it's going to the grocery store, going to the mall just to browse and window shop, I am a frequent flyer at Target. I love going to Target, getting some Starbs and walking around the aisles and taking in all of the popcorn fart smells at Target. It smells like a popcorn fart. But getting out of the house is so great for your mental health. It also trains your child to be social. I know the first few times I went out, I was really worried that Bennett would just like lose it and scream. But at the end of the day, the only people that are normally out and about during the early daytime, morning hours, work hours are other moms with babies. I have literally never had an instance where Bennett has lost it in a store and anybody has said anything. If anything, other moms feel you, they understand. So don't let that keep you from going out and doing things. Socialize yourself and your child. It will pay you dividends in the end. And if you don't feel comfortable going out and about by yourself, see if you have another mom friend or just another friend that works from home or something that you can meet up and just stroll around somewhere together. I'm serious. Some of my favorite memories are walking through the aisles of Target with my other pregnant friends or other friends with their kids and just having a cup of coffee. It's seriously some of the best time, and you bond with other people doing that. My fifth and final tip is how to make the most out of nap time. So I love nap time, you guys, and there's nothing wrong with loving nap time. Like I said, mom guilt is a real thing, and I used to feel so guilty for being excited about naps. I get so much done during nap time. I try to accomplish all of my major tasks during nap time because I really do try to spend time with Bennett during his wake windows. I don't want to be consumed in my phone or on my computer or answering emails or meeting with clients while Bennett is awake. His growth and development is super important to me, so I take that time while he's awake to work with him rolling over to help him, set up. And so during his wake window, that is dedicated Bennett mommy time. And then when he goes down for a nap, that's when the real work starts. Like I said, in the morning, I get up at 5. My overall goal, if I have time and get up on time, is to have coffee, have my time with the Lord, and then I go get to work in the gym. I usually work out around 6 a.m. I try to work from 6 a.m. to 6:30 or 6:45, whether that's doing a HIIT workout, a weight workout, or I did get a spin bike off of Amazon and I just do the Peloton app on my phone. That has been a game changer. I've linked my bike below. It's literally a third of the price of what a Peloton costs. I did it the mommy on a budget way. So I've linked that below as well. And if you are on the Peloton app, go ahead and add me, Momentum. You see, I got creative there, or Momentum. Either way, it's like momentum, a play on words, momentum put together, Anyways, so like I was saying, my day starts at 5, have my time in the Word, work out. After my workout, I usually try to shower if possible. Sometimes Bennett will wake up early, but the great thing is I've already pumped, I have my bottle, and then we eat, play, nap time, and then his second nap is when I really get to work. So whenever you know your child, this goes all the way back to tip number 1 with planning. Whenever your child is napping, try to maximize that time. I know that Bennett has his longest nap during the day in the morning, that 2 hours. That is key. I get as much as I can done during those times. Then during his second nap, because he takes 3 a day, his second nap is an hour and 30 minutes. That's when I do my chore list. I empty the dishwasher, I clean the coffee pot and set it up for the next day. I do laundry, and then, move on to his last nap. It's his shortest nap, it's an hour. That's usually when, if I've gotten all my other tasks during the day, I will take some time for myself. So I hope these tips were helpful. I'm trying to utilize these videos to not only share a little insight into my life as a new mom and my fitness journey in order to be healthy for my child. I used to say to get my body back, and the more I say it, the more I think, no, I'm not trying to get my body back to the way it was before having a kid, because now that I've had a kid, I'm extra BA. Like, I am awesome, way more awesome than my college body was. This body right here grew a human, so I'm not trying to get my old body back. I'm just trying to make this body the healthiest version that it can be. Not only am I using this to share my journey into being a healthy boss mama, but also wanting to share my struggles, my areas of growth that I've gone through being a new mom, so maybe you can benefit from it. I'm thinking of doing maybe a full day of eating in my next vlog. As I stated in my Instagram, which I did not update this on here, but I will update now, I am planning on posting the Fit Mom Files every other Monday just because life is crazy being a mom. It's hard to create great content for you guys as quickly as I could before because I'm a mom and my day is not my own anymore. So the Fit Mom Files is going to be an every other Monday thing, and I am going to continue to try to do Foodie Friday every Friday. So bear with me as we make these adjustments to my channel. If you have any ideas for any videos, please comment them below. I take all of your suggestions to heart and really do implement them into the content that I create. So I think that pretty much covers it. I think I'm done rambling for a while. As you can tell, I've been alone for over 24 hours, so that's why I've been extra chatty on this video. As always, if you enjoy this video, please give it a like, as well as subscribe to my channel so you never miss an upload day. If you are new to the Measure Me Whole family, I would love it if you drop a comment below so I can say hey and get to know you better. I look forward to getting together again where we can sit and discuss all things motherhood and the daily struggles of just being a person in 2021. All right, you guys, I'll see you next time.